Good morning. Let us study the fourth chapter, The Enemy, written by Paul S. Buck. Before we read, there is a paragraph which tells us about the background of this story. It is the time of the World War. So this story is written with the background of Second World War. America and Japan were at war. An American prisoner of war is washed ashore in a dying state. So here an American is on the verge of death, and he finds himself on the seashore of Japan, which was at war with America. Now he is found by a Japanese doctor. Should he save him as a doctor or hand him over to the army as a patriot? The doctor faces a dilemma. As a doctor, should he do his duty, or as a patriot, you should hand him over to the army, which definitely would have killed this American soldier. So now let's go to the story. Before we read the story, there are two questions. Who was Dr. Sadao? Where was his house? So we'll think over this question and we'll try to answer this question after reading the first paragraph. Dr. Sadao Hoki's house was built on a spot of the Japanese coast where as a little boy he had often played. Dr. Sadao Hoki's house was located on the Japanese coast. The low square stone house was set upon rocks well above a narrow beach that was outlined with bent pines. As a boy, Sadao had climbed the pines, supporting himself on his bare feet, as he had seen men do in the South Seas when they climbed for coconuts. Here, we have been introduced to the main character of this story, Dr. Sadao Hoki. His house was located on the coast of Japan, and his house was made of stones. And he had been living there in this house since his childhood. And as a child, he had climbed the pine trees. His father had taken him often to the islands of those seas, and never had he failed to say to the little brave boy at his side, "Those islands yonder, those islands over there, they are the stepping stones to the future for Japan." Now he had taken him to those islands and told him that those are the islands which are the stepping stones to the future for Japan. So the future of Japan depended upon those islands. Where shall we step from them? Sadao had asked seriously. Who knows? His father had answered. Who can limit our future? It depends on what we make it. Now let us look at these questions. Who was Dr. Sadao? We have been introduced the main character of the story, Dr. Sadao. Dr. Sadao was a doctor, a Japanese doctor. Where was his house? His house was located on the coast of Japan. It was on the seashore. Sadao had taken this into his mind as he did everything his father said. His father, who never joked or played with him, but who spent infinite pains upon him was his only son. So now we have been introduced to his father. Sadao knew that his education was his father's chief concern. So his father was concerned with what? His father's concern was his education. He was keen that his son should get good education. He was a very serious man. And for this reason, he had been sent at 22 to America to all that could be learnt of surgery and medicine. So he was sent to America to study about surgery and medicine. He had come back at 30. So how many years he was in America? He was there in America for 8 years to study surgery and medicine. Before his father died, he had seen Sadao become famous not only as a surgeon but as a scientist. So Sadao gained lot of fame not only as a surgeon but also as a scientist. And what research he was doing? He was perfecting a discovery which would make wounds entirely clean. So he was trying to do research on what? On making the wound very clean. So getting cured entirely. He had not been sent abroad with the troops. Why he was not sent abroad with the troops? Why he was not sent to foreign countries? Also he knew there was some slight danger that the old general might need an operation for a condition for which he was now being treated medically, and for this possibility Sadao was being kept in Japan. So why he was not sent? Because of general whose life was at stake, whose life was in danger, and he needed probably an operation, and that is the reason why he was kept in Japan. Because if there is an emergency, the general felt that he was the only one who could do that, and that is the reason he was not sent to any foreign country with the troops. Clouds were rising from the ocean now. The unexpected warmth of the past few days had at night drawn heavy fog from the cold waves. So now the writer is describing the scene that was there outside Dr. Sadao's house. As the days were unusually warm and the sea waves were cold, the nights had become very foggy. Sadao watched me side outlines of a little island near the shore and then come creeping up the beach below the house, wreathing around the pines. In a few minutes, fog would be wrapped about the house too. Then he would go into the room where Hana, his wife, would be waiting for him with the two children. So now we are introduced to his family. He is there with his wife, and what's her name? Hana. And he has got two children. But at this moment the door opened, and who was there at the door? That was his wife. She looked out, a dark blue woolen haori over her kimono. And what is kimono? Kimono is traditional Japanese dress. So she was wearing kimono, and haori is outer garment. So over kimono, what was there? Haori. She came to him affectionately. So here is a couple. Put her arm through his as he stood, smiled and said nothing. He had met Hana in America. So now there is a flashback. How both of them had fallen in love with each other and how they got married. But he had waited to fall in love with her until he was sure she was Japanese. His father would never have received her unless she had been pure in her race. So now we come to know about his father. His father was very conservative, very traditional, racist. He wondered often whom he would have married if he had not met Hana. And by what luck he had found her in the most casual way, by chance literally, at an American professor's house. Where did they meet? At first, they met in American professor's house in America. The professor and his wife had been kind people, anxious to do something for their few foreign students. And the students, the board, had accepted this kindness. Sadao had often told Hannah how nearly he had gone to Professor Harley's house that night. The rooms were so small, the food so bad, the professor's wife so voluble. So voluble means what? She was very talkative. But he had gone there, and there he had found Hannah, a new student. So whom did he come across there? He came across Hannah and had felt he would love her if it were at all possible. Now he felt her hand on his arm and was aware of the pleasure it gave him. Even though they had been married years enough to have the two children. So both of them, they loved each other very much, for they had not married heedlessly in America. They had not married carelessly in America. They had finished their work at school and had come home to Japan. So it is not that they hurriedly got married to each other. They accidentally met, but waited for both the parents to accept their proposal. And when his father had seen her, the marriage had been arranged in the old Japanese way, although Sadao and Hana had talked everything over beforehand. They were perfectly happy. It was a happy couple. She laid her cheek against his arm. It was at this moment that both of them saw something black come out of the mist. So there is a twist to the story. And suddenly there, in the misty time, they see somebody there. So it was a man. He was flung up out of the ocean, flung, it seemed, to his feet by a breaker, by the waves. He staggered, so he was not able to walk properly. He staggered, he struggled to walk a few steps, his body outlined against the mist. So what they could see, the outlines, his arms above his head. Then the curled mist hit him again. Who is that? Hannah cried. She dropped Sadao's arm. They both leaned over the railing of the veranda. Now they saw him again. The man was on his hands and knees, crawling. Then they saw him fall on his face and lie there. And whom they thought? They thought probably it was a fisherman. Probably they thought it must be a fisherman, a Japanese man. Sadao said, wash from his boat. Probably he must have washed ashore from his boat. He ran quickly down as a doctor. He had a concern and he ran quickly down the steps. Behind him, who was there? That was Hannah. Her white sleeves flying. A mile or two away, on either side, there were fishing villages. So they thought probably it's a fisherman because they were nearby fishing villages. But here was only the bare and lonely coast, dangerous with rocks. Probably he must have got injured. The surf beyond the beach was spiked with rocks. So it was quite rocky. There were so many rocks. Somehow the man had managed to come through them. He must be badly torn. He must have been badly injured. They saw when they came toward him that indeed it was so. It was really that this man was badly injured. The sand on one side of him had already a stain of red soaking through. So he was badly injured and it was blood that was oozing out. He's wounded, Sadao exclaimed. He made haste to the man who lay motionless. Now he was lying motionless. There was no movement. His face in the sand. That means he had fallen there. An old cap stuck to his head, soaked with sea water. So it was soaked with water. He was in wet rags of garments. Sadao stopped. What was shocking for him? Hannah at his side, and turned the man's head. They saw the face And it was a big surprise. And what was that surprise? That man was a white man. That man was American, Hannah whispered. And he was an enemy. So now they are in dilemma. Should we rescue him? Should we save him? That's the question. Let's see what do they do. Yes, it was a white man. So who was he? He was American. Now they are in dilemma. The wet cap fell away and there was his wet yellow hair, long as though for many weeks it had not been cut. And upon his young and tortured face was a rough yellow beard. Now here, this man was American. His hair, they have not been cut for a long time. He was prisoner of war. He had escaped. He was tortured. He was unconscious and knew nothing that they did for him. And he did not come to know what they were doing. Now Sadao remembered the wound. And with his expert fingers, he began to search for it because he was bleeding. So therefore, he thought that this man had a wound. So he was looking for the wound that was there. Probably he was shot. Blood flowed freshly at his touch. And then suddenly he could find where the wound was. On the right side of his lower back. Sadao saw that a gun wound had been reopened. And probably he was badly injured and there was a gun wound. That means he was shot at. The flesh was blackened with powder and that was a gunpowder. Sometime, not many days ago, the man had been shot and had not been tended, so the care has not been taken. So he has not been dressed up. It was bad chance that the rock had stuck the wound, and what was unfortunate thing that he was badly injured because of the rock. The rock had stuck the wound. Now let us see the question that is here. Will Dr. Sadao be arrested on the charge of harboring an enemy? Now here, as a doctor, he tries to do the duty. He is trying to find out the wound. He wants to probably help this American who is an enemy. Now let us see what he does. Oh, how he is bleeding, Hannah whispered again. In a solemn voice. What does solemn means? In a very serious voice. And she was very much concerned also. The mist screened them now completely. So it was quite misty now. It had covered now. Nobody could see. At this time of day, no one came by. So there was no problem at all that they would not be found by anybody else. The fishermen had gone home, and even the chance beach combers, those who walk on the beach, would have considered the day at an end. Probably they would have thought that it's now night, so they would not have come there. So therefore, they need not worry about anybody else on the beach. What shall we do with this man? Sadao muttered. But his trained hands seemed of their own will to be doing what they could to staunch the fearful bleeding. So he wanted to stop that bleeding at first, and then after that he wanted to give treatment to this man. And now the question is, will Dr. Sadao be arrested? Because he gives treatment to the enemy. Not only that, he harbors, he keeps in his house this enemy.